What's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today we will be bringing it back to the world of The Grudge with the third film in the American series, The Grudge 3, which was a direct-to-DVD sequel, which, because it's no longer directed by the creator of The Grudge, it feels a little bit different than the first or second film. But the real question is if different is better, or if this direct-DVD sequel is direct-to-garbage and untenable. Let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day, untenable, not able to be defended. The Grudge 3 continues the story of the Grudge curse that began in Japan in the first film and has expanded to Chicago in the second. The third once again features the same hotel from The Grudge 2, where another tragedy has created another curse. Can they find a way to stop the curse yet, or will they be doomed to repeat history until the end of time? Say what you will about horror sequels. Say they're money-grabbing and pointless, you'll probably be right, technically speaking, but usually horror sequels are the best at making the same movie, but changing some small detail enough to differentiate it from the other films. Even most Paranormal Activities and Saw films are a great example of that, but The Grudge just could never figure out how to change things up. It's exposition after exposition, and not only that, but it's the same exposition from the other films. Same story, same curse, same everything. Even the opening credits to The Grudge 3 seem to be copy-paste from Grudge 2 with the shots from Grudge 1. There's nothing new in Grudge 3, nothing at all. In fact, I would actually argue that whatever they did to take steps in the right direction for the second film, they did the exact opposite for in The Grudge 3. It went from a relatively memorable-looking haunted house to a random hotel. A hotel that I feel like you never get an exterior shot of, just internal. So instead of an ominous looking haunted house that you get familiar with, you get to fear a hallway and a hotel room door. And I mean, sure, it's been done before. In The Shining, the audience shook with fear and anticipation with what's behind that hotel room door. But that's the magic of Kubrick, who kind of knew how to shoot a door in such a way that it makes it look scary. In The Grudge 3, it just looked like a door, and I couldn't care less. To add to the heap of crap, the acting was distractingly bad, like amateur level bad. They went from Sarah Michelle Gellar to Amber Tamlin to just a bunch of randos that don't know what they're doing. I will give this movie credit for one main thing over the others. Pacing. It has a good sense of tension building. Remember, it's a short movie, it's just 90 minutes long, and short movies like this usually like to jump the gun and get the ball rolling as fast as possible, especially horror films with a penchant for jump scares, right? Well, the build-up in this movie wasn't bad. I think it was a good 35 to 40 minutes before any kind of ghost actually shows up and things begin to escalate. To me, that shows that the filmmaker was indeed patient, which really helps tension naturally work out really well. And I always give movies credit where credit is due, but again, that's all the good I can actually say about it. One decent element isn't good enough to deflect all the bad in the movie. Another random thing about this film, the actors for the ghosts changed for the first time after being the same actors in both the American and Japan series, which is understandable. Enough years have gone by so the actors wouldn't look the same anymore, but you can also tell the difference too. Truthfully, I didn't understand why it had to be those same ghost characters anyway. The main idea in this movie is that a new curse has been born at this hotel, and for the most part, they could have just easily breathed new life into the series if they introduced new ghosts that also stood out in their own way. Keeping it the same ghosts from the first film, it made the entire movie feel like a really bad rehashing of everything before it. I don't know, maybe that's just me. So it's time for that score again, which for The Grudge 3 was a measly 39%. 39 out of 100 possible stars, which obviously is an F score, but it should be worse than an F, right? Like R for ridiculous. I've only ever scored 3 other films a 39% score. How to Deal starring Mandy Moore, The Bonfire of the Vanities starring Tom Hanks, and Volunteers, coincidentally also starring Tom Hanks. Guys, let me know what you thought about this third Grudge film in the comments down below. Did you enjoy yourself, or did this leave something to be desired? Let me know below. As for YouTube, you know what you should do. Hit the subscribe button if you like this review, because there's more like it coming out. Hit the thumbs up button, because that always helps out my channel, and don't you dare forget about that little bell icon, because that'll help notify you when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out!